Hi, my name is Goldbear and let's start with Anima, the Reign of Darkness. I am definitely not a fan of damage numbers popping out of monsters all the time. I wish it was rather a blood, or acid, or even vodka instead. As developers say, the game is inspired by the greatest old school games. And yeah, this game looks like first Diablo. It really has all the vibes and, even more. I think it even copies the sounds from Diablo as well. Listen to that. Well, what do you think? Sounds familiar? We have a saying in Lithuania, ant svetimo bybio į rojų išjojo, meaning riding to paradise on a stranger's dick. Except that stranger this time is a very well-known game named Diablo. Also, I must say that Anima was released as a mobile game before, so don't expect miracles. But here you will find a single-player campaign and explore the abyss, kill demons, various beasts, dark knights and other monstrosities that will remind you about your ex-girlfriend. Game will offer about 100 levels and then challenge your skills with engaging boss battles. For ass-kicking you will have more than 60 different skills and 200 different items. That item count doesn't sound like much, but I always say that quality is better than quantity. Well, except if it's boobs. The more, the better. Sadly, as I can see from the comments on Steam, developers don't really care about their community. For example, one dude said that his main hand weapon disappeared between games, but support has not responded to his issue at all. Also, this is the most popular negative review on their Steam page, and there are no answers by developers in there as well, so I don't know. Game is considerably cheap, only 10 euros, but maybe wait for a sale anyway. Death's Door. Overwhelmingly positive reviews makes this game one of the best indie projects of the year. Here you control a crow, some kind of avian grim reaper, but your job of reaping souls of a dead might get monotonous. Suddenly your assigned soul is stolen, probably by some gopniks, and you must track down a desperate thief to a realm untouched by death, where creatures grow far past their expiry date and overflow with greed and power. You will have a vast array of melee weapons, various arrows and powerful magic to overcome a fantastic bunch of beasts and demigods. The land is full of twisted inhabitants and countless secrets. You will experience a somber yet darkly comedic tale, uncovering the secrets behind the flow of souls, the role of the crows, and the origin of the potato salad man himself. Oh wait, it's not a game, it's a superhero nobody asked for. Today is the last day when you can obtain this wonderful original design of Potato Salad Man. My first official merchandise made collaborating with Bonfire. It will probably be worth hundreds of dollars. 10 or 100 years from now, today is the last chance for you to obtain it. This particular design will never be on sale ever again. You will find the link in the description below. The Ascent. You will kill hundreds of enemies in a corporate-run metropolis stretching high into the sky and filled with creatures from all over the galaxy. So yeah, beside it being a mishmash of Cyberpunk 2077 and Diablo, the game has those Star Wars and Fifth Element vibes as well, and that is awesome. You will play as a worker enslaved by the company that owns you and everyone else in your district. But one day you decided that enough is enough and started killing everyone. Well, the real story is a bit more complicated, but you are watching this video not for spoilers anyway. Although, don't get too excited yet, some people are complaining about disappearing save games, and it seems that this is a problem that goes on for months. Either developers have no idea how to fix it, or they just don't care. It's terrible in both ways. Death Trash. This game is awesome because it's different. Developers tried to create something original and I think they succeeded. You will spend a lot of time in usual underground facilities and dungeons, but it has a completely different approach to narrative. You will never know what to expect here. Also here you will encounter an extensive player freedom ranging from manual save games to the fact that any dialogue can be just left anytime. Also here you can kill everyone or just sneak around and leave stuff alive. If you are not allergic to pixels, this may be a great game for you to try. And if you are allergic to pixels, that's okay. At least you are not allergic to boobs and vodka, right? Right? Eclipse. Here you will play as an ancient god. Yeah, not a peasant, not just a guy who developed superpowers in exchange for smaller balls, but a real god. So, being so powerful, you will crush monsters, complete quests, and find and destroy the source of evil. Listen to that. Eclipse is a mix of nostalgic hack-and-slash games and sci-fi projects. So, basically,
the future is now!
Yep, here you will use futuristic weapons in a medieval setting. And you're a god. This game is wild. To complete the game, you will have to also use your brains. The dungeons are full of mysteries, puzzles, secret passages, and magic items. Judging by the reviews people left on Steam, I can surely say that almost everyone is impressed by graphics. This game is beautiful, just like you, my friend. Minecraft Dungeons. This is a very nice isometric hack-and-slash title, a spin-off of very well-known game, Terraria. Well, maybe not. The plot revolves around a villain known as Arch-Illager, the leader of monster armies. You can brave the dungeons alone or team up with friends. Up to 4 players can battle together, all in epic quest to save the villagers and take down the evil Arch-Illager. You will explore dungeons, swamps and canyons full of dangers. One thing that distinguishes Minecraft Dungeons from other hack-and-slash games is that there is no character development.
I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
No, please, mister, it's okay. Instead, character development is done by finding better and better equipment, mainly weapons. Here you can unlock over 250 unique artifacts and other stuff to perform and survive devastating special attacks. And when your wife finds you playing this, say that you are doing research or something, you know, for science. Let's be fair, it's a game for kids, but it has overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, so how can you resist? Tribes of Midgard. This is a cooperative survival game in which players must resist the oncoming invasion of giants during Ragnarok, latter meaning the end of the world in Viking language. Here you will need to explore the wilderness and craft new weapons and be prepared to defend the sacred center of your village from the grim shadows. All the while, a giant of Jotunheim stalks closer to your village seeking to destroy Midgard and fulfill the prophecy so he could proudly say to you,
"Welcome to the end of the world."
Basically, this is a Norse mythology game where you can gather a group up to 10 people and try to survive in a procedurally generated world. The longer you and your tribe survive, the greater will be the rewards. Maybe this time your potato salad will have an actual potatoes in it. You never know. Rewards are great. Undungeon. When I first saw the trailer of this game, I was really impressed by the psychedelic electro-rock music. It was really original and good. Undungeon is a mix of action, roguelike, and old-school RPG styles. Here you will travel through the ruins of the shattered multiverse and decide its fate. And let's be fair, this game is pure art. It looks and sounds very good. But there's one flaw. When monsters hit you, they become stronger. So if you are struggling with a normal monster, you will be struggling even more with a stronger version of it.
That's not the worst part.
What's the worst part?
The worst part is that
If you die, you don't actually die, but lose an organ. Not that organ, jeez, you pervert. So, you become even weaker and you will have to craft that organ, not that organ again, later anyway. Sometimes this game becomes an endless loop of you getting weaker and weaker, you know, and then you uninstall. Literally, some people in Steam comments are saying that they ran off the materials needed for crafting, and that is how their gameplay has ended. Well, don't worry about that. You can try Undungeon for free by downloading a demo version from Steam. Viking Vengeance. Before I start speaking about this game, I want to rant a bit about these Nordic game names. In this list I have already spoken about the game named Tribes of Midgard, and this game is named Viking Vengeance. But there is another well-known hack-and-slash RPG released in 2017 named Vikings Wolves of Midgard. Sometimes it's really hard to remember which game is which. Am I alone here? I hope not. So please, future developers of Nordic-themed games, don't use words like Vikings or Midgard in their names. Change them into other popular Nordic words, like reindeer, or you know, IKEA. Reindeer Vengeance. Reindeer Vengeance. Tribes of IKEA. Sounds original enough, I don't mind. So in Viking Vengeance, you can turn into avatars of gods during battles, wield Thor's hammer, use Loki's mischief skills or Odin's power to crush the balls of your enemies, along with the rest of their bodies, of course. You will also find a unique level-up system with a variety of skills, talents, and items. Also, 2 different afterlife ways to choose from when you die. That is actually frightening and can only mean that you will die a lot. That is brutal. Also, people on Steam are talking that this game is littered with bugs, like missing music, or you casually stucking somewhere between textures and, dying because of that. It's a common thing here. Game has mixed reviews, but keep in mind that 65% are positive. I cannot recommend this game, but, it can be really cheap on some sale, so why not? Sands of Aura. Although the game is played from top-down perspective and looks like a hack-and-slash RPG, which it is, Sands of Aura is actually just a top-down Dark Souls, meaning that you will die a lot, and that, at least for me, takes a lot of fun away. Game has really beautiful graphics, and despite it's a hard game, you can control your hero quite easily and kill some monsters without a sweat. Well, after some practice. But, as I've said before, I have played the early access build of the game, and I must admit that I failed to kill the first boss. I tried for about half an hour, but there was just no way for me to get even close to victory. I don't think that in that playthrough I ever took at least half of his HP. I didn't. So that was the end of my game, and if you are not a lover of Dark Soulish games, it will probably be the end for you as well. Otherwise, it's a great game, and it has very positive reviews on Steam. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time, bye!